Envy, the most miserable, poisonous sin. Now you might be thinking, what about wrath, or pride, or lust? Envy is something different. It's very insidious. Envy is the quiet corrosion of the soul. It doesn't just want what someone else has, Guy. It wants them to lose it. It's the voice that whispers, why them and not me? It's the silent destroyer of joy, the shadow behind a smile. And today, we're going to break it down and see what happens when we let it win. Let's make one thing clear. Envy is not jealousy. Jealousy wants to protect what it has. Envy wants to take what someone else has, and sometimes to destroy it completely. It doesn't just crave, it resents. It's not about wanting more. It's about wanting them to have less, and worst of all, it feels righteous. It tells you you're being overlooked, undervalued, cheated, but it's lying. In Greek mythology, the gods were constantly envying each other, and mortals too. Hera, queen of Olympus, envied any mortal woman Zeus slept with. And since Zeus was basically the king of cheating husbands, Hera's envy left a path of destruction. She cursed innocent women, exiled children, and started wars. Not because of justice, but spite. In Christianity, envy is the root of the first murder. Cain and Abel, two brothers, offer gifts to God. Abel's is accepted, Cain's isn't. Instead of improving himself, Cain kills his brother. Not because Abel wronged him, but because he succeeded. In Buddhist philosophy, envy is one of the 5 poisons, mental states that keep us from achieving clarity and compassion. It clouds the mind, clings to comparison, and traps us in suffering. The moment we stop being present and start measuring ourselves against others, envy takes hold. Psychologists call envy a social emotion. It only exists in relation to other people. You can't feel envy in isolation. You need someone to compare yourself to. That's what makes it so painful. You see someone succeed, and instead of feeling inspired, you feel attacked. You can't focus, you can't enjoy what you already have. Because someone else has more, or worse, has what you want. And in that moment, your peace vanishes. You don't even want what you want anymore. You just want them to lose it. In Amadeus, we meet Antonio Salieri, a respected composer in 18th century Vienna. He's devoted his life to music, made sacrifices, prayed, stayed disciplined, until Mozart shows up. Young, crude, immature, but with a musical talent that Salieri instantly knows he'll never match. Salieri doesn't just wish he were better, he wants Mozart gone. He becomes obsessed with destroying the very thing he once loved, because someone else did it better. Envy's deadliest trick is putting on a mask. Sometimes it looks like critique, other times it pretends to be justice. But deep down, it's not about fairness, it's about bitterness. It tells you, tear them down. They didn't earn it. And sometimes that might even feel true. But if the goal is destruction, not growth, that's not justice. It's just envy in disguise. And then there's us. Modern envy lives in our phones. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, they're all envy factories. You scroll past someone's wedding, their six-pack, their promotion, and even if you're having a good day, suddenly, you're not. You don't want their life, but now you hate yours. And the worst part? You're comparing yourself to a highlight reel, not real life. You're envying something that doesn't even exist. In The Lord of the Rings, Gollum is a twisted creature, once a hobbit-like person named Smeagol. He murders his cousin just to get a magical ring. But it's not the ring's power that ruins him, it's envy. He can't stand that anyone else might have it. He calls it my precious, and loses his identity, his body, and his soul trying to keep it. His envy doesn't make him stronger. It turns him into a monster. In the classic fairy tale Snow White, the evil queen asks her magic mirror, "Who is the fairest of them all?" For years, the mirror says, "You." But one day, it says Snow White. That's all it takes. The queen doesn't want to improve. She wants Snow White dead. Envy transforms vanity into violence. She disguises herself, poisons an apple, and goes to murder a child. because she couldn't bear being second best. Envy is the most miserable sin because it makes you hate what should bring you joy. Someone else's win becomes your loss. Their happiness becomes your pain. Their growth becomes your wound, but it doesn't have to be this way. Because here's the truth. You can admire someone without resenting them. You can want more without wishing others had less. You can strive for better without burning everything around you. The antidote to envy isn't lowering yourself. It's lifting others and yourself. It's knowing that life isn't a race, it's a garden, and someone else's bloom doesn't kill your roots. So the next time you feel envy creeping in, try asking, what can I learn from this? Not, how do I tear it down? Because envy destroys, but gratitude builds. And if pride leads to the fall, envy is the bitterness that makes the fall worth it.